show this evening, I should say, here on the campus at Northern Illinois University. I'd like to show you a couple of little stunts. I knew a famous in the world of magic performer who would take a silk scarf. And this man, his name, Silent Mora. And he did some magnificent things with his hands. And I learned some of these things from him. One of the things he would do is take a ball and it would penetrate right through the silk like that. And sometimes he would take the silk and the ball and he would simply come over like so. He'd swing it into his hands, and then with a little bit of a flourish, he would cause that silk to penetrate through the ball like so. I thought this man was just out of this world. He was a fascinating pixie of a human. He'd take the ball, place it here, and it would vanish, and sometimes it would vanish from there, and then he'd have it like that. Silent Mora, a magnificent human being. He used to do things with cards as well. And I'd like to show you something with a deck of cards, but I would like to have some help, if I may. Would you call out any card at all, from where you are?
Okay.
A low card, preferably.
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds. We're going to get the 5 of diamonds, and I'd like you to put your signature right across the face of it, if you would. Now, at the same time, can I hand you the other 5s and have each one of the other people alongside of you mark their names on it? And what I'm going to show you, that's it. Come on in. There's another. Take one. You take one. Let's make this a big act. That's the idea. Fine. 5 of diamonds. We're going to place that right here. You'd certainly recognize that, wouldn't you? The pin for her. And would you put your signature right across it? That's grand. And here we have the 5 of clubs. I can't see these signatures, so I better put on my eyes. Gregory and Yvonne. Beautiful. And here we have Bonnie. And Bonnie, if you'll notice, each one of these 5s are being placed in a different part of this pack. And here we have Faith. Right. Beautiful name, Faith. What we'll do is simply take those 5s, and I want you to watch this very, very carefully. If we were on a stage, you would be the committee. You people would be the committee to watch Mr. Fingers work. And what I'm going to do is simply cut the cards, something like that. Notice at no time do my fingers leave my hands. Very important that if all I do is riffle the pack, the cards leave and jump into my pockets. Did you see them go? Anyone see them go? One of the cards went right over here. There we have that, the 5 of clubs. And that one is Greg's. Isn't that right? We have another over here. You weren't paying attention because that one happens to be yours, Bonnie. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Would you hold the pack for just a moment? I think I have another right here. This one happens to be yours, Faith.
Oh, wow.
And we have one last card to get, and I think it's yours. I think if I were to go into this pocket, I think that if I did, oh, yes, I know I have more stuff. I'll pull this zipper open all the way around, and within it, believe it or not, I have an envelope or an envelope. It depends on where you come from, and it's sealed. Isn't that unusual? And in it, if I pull this open, will you reach in, please, and take out your card, the 5 of diamonds. And there you have it.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Let me do something else. You stay right here. I'm going to show you one of the things. You asked for something that I did quite often. A long while ago, too many years for me to even mention, I invented something that was a little different. And this was this little stunt with a napkin. And I go over to the tables at the college campuses, and I do this stunt. What I do is get a little bit of magical dust. I call it woofle dust. And the reason I call it woofle dust is when I go up to Alaska, the woofles are running around wild, you see. And I go over and I dust them off, and I bring them. You're scoffing at me. You don't believe me. Now, the important thing is the napkin. We simply blow on it, if you will. Did you have onions for lunch? Try that once again. I'm so sorry.
I don't dare.
Just counting. One. Great. And the napkin vanishes. Does someone have a match? Do you have a match or a lighter? I'm going to take a second napkin, and I'm going to do this. Great. Would you hand it to Bonnie?
Okay.
Would you light this, if you please? I want you to light it so that everybody can see. You just light the little napkin, and it burns. I love fire. I'm almost a firebug, but look, watch. We're going to ask you to hold on to that burnt part, if you will. Just hold on to it tightly. And notice At no time do my fingers leave my hands. This is important. A little gesture like that. Do you know what that means?
No.
Not a darn thing. Just simply open your hand, if you will. And there you have it, the napkin, completely restored.
Wow.
And with that, I want to thank you very, very much for the pleasure of coming and visiting with you, all of you, and you as well. Thank you.